everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio and welcome to November. How did that happen? The older you get, the faster time goes. I feel like we were just celebrating the start of summer and now we're into November. November for me is always a super busy month. Stampin' Up! Usually has an event, and they do, and this year it's in Indianapolis. So it's a one-day event, and then it's on Saturday either side of it. I'm part of a team that is holding events. So that's not this weekend, but next weekend. Next week, you probably won't see me much on here because I'll be busy with that. It's also my birthday month, and I will have a birthday special. My birthday's November 22nd. So around Thanksgiving-ish, be watching for that special. And then I host my family's Thanksgiving. So that's always a ton of work, cooking and cleaning on when my birthday is actually on or the day before Thanksgiving, kind of a bummer. And then, so I don't do any Christmas, no Christmas in my house allowed, except for when we make Christmas cards. And then we do all that the day after Thanksgiving. And my house turns into a winter wonderland pretty quick. We're pretty good these days, and every inch of the house is covered in Christmas stuff. So let's start with what you need to know for November. First, my thank you gifts for this month. If you shop with me online, or if you're always welcome to phone your orders in or email them as well. But it's not an order placed at an event or part of a class or a club. So this month, if you purchase $50, I am in love with these things. So if you come back in a couple of days, I'll use them on a couple of projects. If those of you in the Art of Stamping class that did the Christmas class, you have those. They may make an appearance. I've started working on my Christmas gifts for Card Club. I think they're going to be on that. So this is at 50. At 50, you also get the supplies to make my first VIP video project. And then this is at 200. And I'll make something with these in a couple of days too. They're the envelope treat boxes. Super great for the time that we're coming up to, where when you all of a sudden need a quick gift, they're really cute, and I'll give you some ideas of what you can stick in those. Those are the thank you gifts. The host code is on my website and in my email. If you go to my website, then you can sign up to be on my email list, and then you'll always know what's going on. Now, also starting this month, Stampin' Up! Has a fun promotion. So this is the framed florets. The suite is called the Fitting Florets. So it's a supersized suite, but you can get pieces of it. So let me kind of just give you a quick rundown of what comes in the suite. So there are the frame florets, and then there are the dies, which these all cut out or make leaves and things. But the frames, obviously it's called frames. These are fun, super fun little frames. Great stamp set. Love the words, love the font. So there's that. So these two things will be in the upcoming January catalog, the January to June mini catalog. So there's this. So this, if you don't get it now, you can get it later. And then we'll come back to that in a second. Then there is the framed and festive stamp set, these little embellishments, and the paper. And those are they all coordinate with this. But these are only available in November or while supplies last. So first, let's look at the framed and festive. You can see it's super, I love these fonts. Aren't those fonts fun? And then here's a card that I made with this that goes with. Then we have the little jewels, and I'll use those on my card in a second. And then there's the paper. And again, this paper's just while supplies last. And the fun thing about it is that it gives you all year round option, but then you can easily make some of the sides a Christmas one. So I will be showing you a couple of different things with this. Now, if you're in my card club or you're interested in my online card club, this is your paper that you'll get this month. And you'll get the embellishments this month. And then as part of my card club, you can always add on just the stamps or the stamps bundle. And this month you can also add on the Christmas one if you want. And when you add those on, I pay your shipping and handling and tax. So you get them at a bit of a discount, quite a lot of a discount actually. And then as part of Card Club, you'll get half a packet of this. So it'll be 6 by 12. And then in Card Club, my Card Club is super fun. So go to my Card Club website and you can read about it. You will get the full package of embellishments. These are the dies I'm using today on the card. So these, I can't remember what they're called. Gold adhesive back swirls. There's 75 of them. in here. And then you'll get a full spool of the glittered organdy ribbon. And then in Card Club, you get the supplies to make 6 projects. The videos, this is their first project. The other 2 you have to be in Card Club to see. And envelopes. So it comes like this. So this would be the supplies for 1 card, and then, but you make 2 of each. I've already made my other one. So this is your first project for those of you in Card Club. Now, one word with my Card Club, it is almost at capacity. So I imagine that by the end of the year, it will be full, and then I'll start a waiting list. So as people come and go, if you're on the waiting list, I will email you and ask if you want in. But I'm very, very close to being full because there's only so much that my husband and I can physically prepare. So we're at about that limit. This month he said he thought we were at capacity. I convinced him we could take a few more. And then once I get to that number, I will close it and just start a waiting list. So if you come in and come out, like if you're in Club now and you pause it, then you'll have to go on the waiting list to get back in. Unless, I know, if those of you that live in Florida that have the hurricane thing, you're fine. I'll hold your place for you. Then, so let's do the first card for this month. I have a half a sheet of soft succulent. So they can make all 6 cards the way that I do them in the videos, or you can substitute stamps. I always give some alternate projects. And then every 3 months we do a mashup, and the next one's in December. So I take that month that will be November, October, and September's paper, ribbons, embellishments, and stamps, and I mix them all up. So it's a fun way for you to kind of see how if you don't get the stamp set, you can still easily make some fun cards with it. So for this, let's do our stamping first. I have a lot of stuff on my desk, so it's kind of hard to tell where I'm going with this. I have Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, and Evening Evergreen. So I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. It's a little bit of a softer look. So I'm using this piece of paper that I cut 5.5 by 4. So these are where I got my colors from. And you can see this is also a navy outline. So we're going to kind of match that. And then I pulled out the 2 small flowers and the little leaves. I'm going to stamp those on there. If you don't have to have a die cut machine. Anything that needs to be die cut, as you'll see in a minute, comes to you that way. So you don't have to die cut the things that are on our cards. Now things like this, if you don't have these, you can just cut those out. So I'm going to let's start with Balmy Blue. And again, I'm going to try to match my flowers to be this. So I've smashed my lid to there. And I'll just grab some ink with my Wink of Stella. This is a full one. Actually, it's brand new. And you know, sometimes when you have a brand new Stella and you squeeze it, you get a lot of Stella, but it just makes that card super special and super pretty. I'm just going to paint these in. There's our blue one. And because I'm going to go from Balmy Blue to Evening Evergreen, which is a dark color, I don't need to squidgy this off to get rid of the ink. And you can see there's green flowers on here. I still have, you can see gold leafing everywhere from the Art of Christmas class that I just finished filming a couple of days ago. That was a super fun class. And in December, I will have the Art of Stamping, and we'll do birthday cards. Now for this, I'm going to go to these leaves on here. They are blue and white. So I want mine to be white, but if there's a little bit of stuff on the end of this, it doesn't matter. And also, when you stamp in a color like Night of Navy, as it touches the edge, it kind of pulls that color in. But that's okay. Give a little bit of shimmer to those. That's all the coloring we're going to do on this card. So for this, they got that, you'll get the half a sheet of soft succulent twice, and then you'll get all of these things twice. So I will have already, my husband will already have cut these out for you. So I have run the oval frame through 2 times, and when it pops out, it does a top and a bottom. So for this card, we need this. I don't know if we'll use this, but it'll be in your packet because, I mean, I have nothing to do with I'll not want to use a zillion of those. And then here is the silver frame. So if you're running this through on your own, this is our silver foil. This piece fit inside that nicely. And then when you get them, you do have to punch them out. So as you pull it out of here, you can see it fits nicely, so you don't have to waste that paper. There are some leaves that will pop out, some that won't. I only popped out the stems, and then if the rest stayed, it was okay. It just gives it a little bit of interest to those. You can pop them all out if you want. I'm gonna take my vellum here because I wanted, this paper is beautiful and I don't want to lose it. But I wanted words on here, so we're gonna use this for the inside of our frame. So you can stamp it in just white and let the white dry. Or, you know, if you follow me, I have been on an embossing kick as of late. So I'm just going to emboss it. Because embossing was my original introduction to stamping. And it just looks fabulous. It makes everything pretty and professional. So I'm going to stamp this in Versamark. And I did it crooked. But, you know, it's not terrible. Or you could stamp it in white, the Whisper White, because it's a craft ink. And I'm going to take the white embossing powder. Again, pulling colors from the card. I didn't put it up after I did the last. No, it's crooked. It's okay. Sometimes life's a little crooked, right? I didn't lay it on my paper straight before I stamped. Now I'm going to heat set this. Just kind of move it around to make sure everything melted, because you don't want to have issues for a beautiful birthday. You want all of your letters to be attached on there. Now I'm going to take these over. If you are in club and you don't get the dies, just hand trim these out. If you have the dies, then just run them through. You do want to make sure that the Stella on those has dried. That's why I did the other steps in between before you send them through the die cut machine. Otherwise, it could stick itself to the top of your plate. Let's put this together. Now I cut this 5.5 on my other sample. I did 5 1/4 just because that's standard. It's up to you. You can do it either way. This paper is just so pretty. I wanted every last little bit of it to show. And then this is pretty too, but I can cover that one up. Sometimes I have a hard time covering them up. So it's 4. So we do have a border on the sides of the succulent, just not there in the middle. Now I'm going to attach these things with some fine tip glue. I do have, if you're in club, remember you can add the adhesive package. And last month we had a holiday helper package. This month there will be another one that's similar that has some essentials for you for this holiday. So if you're in club, you'll see that. I probably won't have club stuff up ready to do your add-ons until maybe Thursday. I don't know if I said I'm a presenter on stage. And it's taking a little bit more of my time than I anticipated. I'm going to add some glue, just a little bit of glue right here. It doesn't take a lot to hold this in, and then a little bit up there. That's why I'm using the fine tip. It's not horribly crooked. It's a little crooked, but not bad. Just press that down. Let's add the ribbon. So I went with this ribbon. It's kind of Christmassy, but kind of not. It just adds some glitter. See, I wanted to make sure that we could use it with the Christmas ones that we do in this class, but this will also work. It's super festive. It's very, I mean, the glitter in it, if you put it with a Christmas card, it looks snowy. If you just put it with a regular thing, it looks regular. Just like a little party, a birthday. So I'm going to add some adhesive to stick my ribbon, and then we'll go back to the glue for the die cuts. So when they add on the packets in club, those are also, when I make a packet, I pick up the shipping and handling and tax on those. There we go. Now you don't have to worry about tying a ribbon because that's going to be on there. Add your glue here. I love the fine tip glue. Let's stick this in here, and that'll also help hold this down wherever it touches. Make sure you don't cover up your words. And then Let's do this one on the bottom, and I'm going to use adhesive, and that will help sandwich all that in there and hold it while it dries. And then for this one, I'm going to use glue. Since I have them both open, I'm just going to use whatever is best. I'm going to stick this right under here. I could have put it on first. If you're in club, put that one on first. Then you'll have to lift that up. Then let's get a little baby dimensional for our second flower. I think a regular size dimensional would work as well. Make sure you don't cover up your words. You can cover it up a little bit because people know it says birthday. And then I'm going to put a little bit more glue right here. And that will pull that down. And then I'll show you my tip for how I get those to set, but it's in the right spot. Then you have your embellishments. The nice thing about club, when you get 75, even if you do all 6 and you put 3, let's see, 3 times 6 is 18. Think of how many embellishments you still have left. And they're gold. Because when I did this card, I really wanted to use silver with this blue paper. And then I thought, well, I have gold embellishments. I thought about coloring them with a blend to make them blue or green. But the gold looks really pretty. I love to mix metals because I love metals. So here's this one. And then to get this to set, all you need to do is take one of your big blocks, pop it on there for just a minute. Make sure it's hitting that piece right there that has the glue. So we'll give that a second. Here's my other one. So this one you can see, I think it looks better, don't you? When the whole thing goes up and down, because that paper's just beautiful. So if you're interested in joining my club, then you can go to the club page. It'll be on the blog post that matches this. So if you're on YouTube, you'll find it down underneath the video. Let's see if this is set. Yep, it's getting there. I'll put it back under just in a second. You have to subscribe by club by the 10th of the month. And I don't think it will fill in November. There's an off chance. I just never know. Some months I just have a couple of people join, and other months I'll have 10. So it's hard to say. But if it gets to the point where I have a wait list, when that part, it will happen. I just don't know if it'll be this month. I'll put it on the club page. Just so there'll be a join wait list as opposed to a join the club. So there you go. Happy November. Get ready to spend lots of time with your family, lots of time cooking, lots of time cleaning, all of the things that we love to do. I'll catch you back here later. Bye.